Hi, it's Wanda here with Confessions of a Mom on a Budget. Just starting out here today to do my first video for my YouTube channel and show you guys how to do a freezer inventory and a pantry inventory and how I use that as a tool to set up my meal budget and save money. So welcome and thank you for joining me. If you like this video, please be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that like button down there and tell your friends because the more the merrier is the way I look at it. As you'll notice, I am sans makeup here and hanging out with you guys. This is how it's going to be. I'm a busy mom. I work a full-time job. I run this blog. I side hustle. I love to save money. So that's what is the impetus behind Confessions of a Mom on a Budget and why I'm sharing all this information with you guys, because I know there's a lot of people out there like me who need to find a way to make their way through this life. So that's what I'm doing here. Anyhow, with that introduction, I'm going to get into what I did this week. What I started out with was working through all my freezers and my pantries to keep my budget for my groceries around $300 to $350 a month. Now that is for myself, my two kids, and a roommate. And my kids, one eats a lot, the other eats nothing, so they balance each other out. And, I cook every meal usually from the basics and keep everything really healthy. I really stick to good food. Anyhow, with that being said, let's talk through what I did. So I took myself a pad of paper and a book and just started away, went through all of the shelves, all the drawers, everything where I've got food in the house, and made sure to write it down. And then from there, I always keep my inventory in Excel, but this time I made a new Excel sheet for it. I'm going to show you guys what I've made for this time around, and it's something I'm happy to share. And there we go. And so you can see, I'm just going to get that out of there. This is my inventory for my freezer. And then down here, we got the pantry. And so there's different pages for each one. And what I did was I went through and I made different columns. So I've got one for quantity, description, the location. So it's in the freezer, upstairs, downstairs, the pantry, where is it? And then I calibrated it by types. So appetizers, baking, beef, you name it. And then once I was done that, I decided that it kind of made sense to have a second category. So for example, this bag of apples, well, yeah, it's used for baking, but it's also fruit. I might use that fruit in, stuff like barbecue sauce or something like that, where I might add a fruit to a meal. So it made sense to me to have a second category for that. And then the last row is need more. So obviously right now I don't need more of anything because I've got lots of food here. But if there is something that I know we use a lot of and we are running out, then I could just put a little yes, no, how many here in this little column here. Then what I did was I added some filters into here. So if you look on each one, I can drop down and I can choose what I want to look at. So if I'm sitting down to my meal plan and I want to decide what we're having for breakfast, I could just go here, drop that down, get rid of everything, and add just breakfast and hit OK. And then it's going to show me everything that I have in the freezer for breakfast. So we can choose from there and make our menu from that. Likewise, I can go in here. I could say, oh, you know what? This day of the week, I want to have a beef meal. So I'd choose that. And it would pop up and show me everything I had for beef in the freezer. My meal plans in types of days. So for example, on Mondays, we usually have soup and sandwiches. First day of the week, kind of busy. Just want to come home and slam something together. So I can go categorize and I can pull up just soup, I think. No, I actually have that in my second category. So I can go over here, the second category, and I can even just type soup. I don't have to, oops, sorry, I went off there. You don't have to just find it. You can just type it. So there you'll see is soup. And then from there, I go into my menu plan. So I follow the Budget Mom. I use some of her stuff this year. I just started following her and really liked some of the products that she put out, so I bought a couple of them. And one of them is the Live Rich Planner. And if you haven't seen this, you can't actually get it anymore. They're sold out. But in here is a place for you to put your meal plan and break it out by day and fill it out. So what I would do, or what I will do, is I'm going to sit here beside my computer. I'm going to say, okay, let's figure out breakfast first. So I'll go in here. I will drop this down to just breakfast on this page. I'll also go to my pantry and break it down to breakfast, which it already is. And then I can go and say, okay, this is what we're having. Now, in my house, if it's in the downstairs pantry, that's usually extra. I'm not going to go downstairs to get that because as you can see in the upstairs pantry, I got lots of stuff. So I'm actually going to take out that location. So I can just go in here and say, no, I don't want to see anything from downstairs pantry. I just want the upstairs pantry. And then you can see what we have upstairs that we could possibly make out of our breakfast ingredients. And then I would just go through and do that for every single meal. So I hope that was helpful to you guys. I'm not sure what else I can show you about this, but if you have any questions, feel free to drop them down below, and I'm happy to answer them. Like I said, I'd be happy to go through how to build yourself a page like this yourself and get something like this set up for yourself because this is going to be really helpful for me. What I'm thinking, because this is new to me, is that when I build my meal plan, if I choose, okay, we're going to have lots of these Eggo waffles, I might just go in here and I might just highlight this to kind of indicate that we're using that this week. And then when I come along next week to do my meal plan, I'll know if we ate this. If we did, then I can change the quantity down to what is left of it. It's highly unlikely, and I mean highly unlikely, that in my busy schedule that I'm going to do this daily. I think if I just quickly highlight it and say, okay, well, this was going to be on the meal plan. Is there now a half a bag of breakfast sausages? Is there a quarter bag? Did I open them and realize they were no good and I threw them out? And then when I sit down this next week, I will just edit it. So that's how I think that's going to go. I will use it for a few weeks and update you and let you know anything that I found that was perhaps a smoother way of using it, or it might be a better use of different things in it. And maybe there'll be things that I add in as I go along. But like I said, I really hope this was helpful to you and that there's some little tidbits of stuff in there that might help you along your journey to meal planning. There is lots of information coming along on my blog in regards to how to meal plan, also in regards to how to freezer meal cook, because I don't know if you caught it on my inventory there, but I have lots of freezer meals. I love to freezer cook and prepare meals that are just quick and easy to pop in the oven or Instapot or slow cooker for my family. So we have a nice, healthy, nutritious meal on every night of the week. So I will be having some blog posts coming up on that. Again, my page, if you're not familiar, is www.confessionsofamomaonabudget.com. You can also find me on Facebook at that same name. And again, here on the YouTube page. I would love it if you would subscribe to my page and like this video, and be sure to share it with your friends. Thanks, and have a great evening.